Hey guys, how's it going? So I've just been chatting with a couple of guys in Fungi, so I figured I'm going to go live and kind of show everyone exactly what's going on. And I'm gonna have this recorded, so I'm gonna be able to drop it in Fungi and put it on my YouTube channel, uh, just kind of as an educational piece, so everyone can kind of understand what I'm looking at right now. So I've been calling now for a potential swing failure pattern here, which is what I was worried about. I've been going back and forward with Mr. Ferrari and Fungi right now. Kind of why 6400 was resistance, even though my final target potentially here would be 27. I think, we're already up. What are we up today already? We're already up virtually 3% on the day. We've come from a swing failure pattern down here from the lows. More than likely we're gonna get a push here, which we've now got. Everyone was shorting here. We had this liquidation cascade early this morning, and now we're now pushing up to take the high. So I'm always gonna be expecting sell pressure here for that very reason, because this is a swing high of the range. So when you get a swing high on the range here, you need to be very careful about opening any longs. So, and I mean, as you can see, look what's going on. This is a 15-minute. You can already tell there's sellers here because it's a swing failure pattern as of right now. That can change in 5 minutes, right? So that can potentially change in 5 minutes, and this can continue pushing higher up into 27, which is kind of my final area where I'm going to probably de-risk some things, but at the moment, alts are not moving anyway. I'm not heavy Bitcoin. I'm a little bit heavier Ethereum. So I'm particularly looking for, I want another 10-15% out of these alts before I look to offload, because at the moment Bitcoin's just front running the market, right? So it's the market leader. So I would love to see Bitcoin kind of come up into this area here. Maybe we get a little bit of a rejection, then we have another go on the weekend, maybe go swing failure here, everyone gets bullish, and then nuke it down. So that, to me, you need to think like a bit of a market maker here too. People are going to get super bullish when these type of things happen. So that's kind of what I'm looking for now. This kind of play. I know I said I was going to get bullish around 6400, but as of right now, this is weak. So it's a good move. Don't get me wrong. It's a good bullish move. It's a good start, but I don't expect us to go straight to 27 right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to show a couple of guys what I'm looking for now. So I'll run you through this. Starting from the liquidation phase. All right, so this is a footprint template. So you had massive imbalances here. So you've got 2.1 million, 2.1 million, 5 million here, 4 million on this side. Now this is on the seller side, right? So you've got people, you're going to having people getting, they could be liquidations, they could be short sellers stacking on, and they're thinking, okay, we're going to take this higher, and then all of a sudden, what do you look for? So you can see this candle too, 79 million contracts here on a 15-minute candle. So this is and if you compare that to everything else that we've seen during the day, it's a lot larger. So that's kind of what you're looking for to the upside now for a swing failure. So, and I mean, I tweeted about this earlier. I'm like, okay, this to me is a bullish signal, because now you've had all these people now get stopped out, and now there was a little bit of a fight to begin with, and then, I mean, look what happens next. You've got imbalance to the upside, imbalance to the upside. So you've got way more buyers than sellers. Imbalance, like 6.4 million here, 7.3 million here. Imbalance to the upside. And then all of a sudden, we get to previous week value area high. which just so happens to be also very, very close to the last high of the range. So you've got a swing high here. This is where you have to be careful, and it was the reason why I said 6,400 was going to be a very big initial resistance. It doesn't have to be a permanent resistance, but it can be a short-term resistance. Also, why was I worried about 6,400? Golden pocket. All right, so it is your first local range, golden pocket, 61866 area. That is a TP for a lot of people. So that's a TP range, and you need to be expecting some form of resistance down here. All right, so again, what am I looking for? Here, maybe we come back down. We could even get a 618 back down to here, and then we have a crack at 27. So at the moment, I'm just, I haven't traded this. I'm not trading Bitcoin. I hold spot. Just with everything that everyone is also really bullish on BlackRock. It is a very bullish catalyst, don't get me wrong. But to me, that doesn't really change the short-term issues that the market still has. We're still overheated. And I'm happy to be wrong here. I'm happy to get out of the market at 27 and go into stables and have it go to, if we start to hold these levels and go higher, then I'll get back in the market. To me, I don't lose anything in doing that. So let me run you through. So as you can see here, now we don't really have any imbalances yet to the upside, because what I'd be looking for is I want to see imbalances here, and then all of a sudden it stops, and then you get imbalances to the selling side, and that's a true swing failure. Okay, so you might even be able to see that maybe on a 5 minute if we go to the 5 minute chart, but at the moment there's just not enough volume here yet. So there's not really enough volume here yet, and there's still people trying to send this a little bit higher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on down to the trend reversal template, and hopefully this will explain to you or show you just a little bit about what's going on. So we'll go back to the liquidation cascade this morning. All right, now this doesn't necessarily show you volume. It'll show you volume in the candles here, but regarding an actual number, you're not going to get one. All right, so I use this more so as an entry, and I'll show you why. Let's see if I can go back here. Maybe it was a little bit too far away. So it was the reason why I started to get bullish on this move yesterday when we had that second swing failure. It hasn't printed the rest. You can't see it, but this is it here. So this was the initial swing failure yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was, where you had swing failure of the previous low, and then we had this range here. I think it was like daily open here, and it was really struggling. And then all of a sudden you have this low time frame break of structure, and that was it there. And you could see it kind of starting to form, and then we start to push higher. All right, we push to the first local 618, liquidations, everyone gets bearish, and then 5 minutes later, oh, look out, we're going higher. All right, and now these guys are now forced to buy higher. So, what are we looking for now? What we're looking for is we're waiting for a further reaction here on what's going to happen at this level. All right, this is pretty much going to dictate what happens the rest of the day. Just let me read this question here I got in chat. All right, so I'm using, this is Exocharts. If you want, I can link it in my bio. Just go to my Twitter and I'll link it in my bio, or even just send me a DM and I'll give you the link. I'll make sure everything's linked here, but really you need to kind of, this is not what I'm showing you here is not something that you can learn overnight. It does take weeks to learn. These templates are very detailed, and you need to know what you're looking at. All right, so again, look at this. We're pushing up. This is live, by the way. So we're pushing up now on low time frames, and we're just kind of waiting to see what happens next. So we're just going to wait for a reaction. Now, in this time, what we can look at is we can go to the session TPO. Now, I also threw this in my Twitter earlier, kind of showing you a potential range, and we were stuck between these two ranges. Here it is here. All right. So earlier this morning, I said, okay, where are we going? Are we going up or down? And, you know, here we have a session POC, which a lot of people don't even know what that is. We had weekly open, so it was a big level too. So this was your first kind of potential resistance on low time frame. You had a weekly open, plus you had a session POC, and as you can see, we did get a reaction off that level initially, but it wasn't enough. Price wants to go higher. So now you've got quite a few trap shorts, and they're going to look for a way out here pretty soon before they get wrecked. I kind of feel like maybe that's why, even though we've already had a very small swing failure here, we're probably going to push higher into 27s now. Just because of that reason, it's almost too easy of a trade. You know, you've got single prints now here as well. Again, all this stuff, what I would like to do, guys, is I'd like to get a group of guys together, and I'll virtually run through like a tutorial for everyone, so you can learn how to do this yourself, because I hope what I'm showing you right now is proof that there's more to trading than just looking at this. You know, when you look at this, you can be a good trader just looking at this. But what Exocharts gives you is you're able to look inside the candles, physically see what's happening inside each contract. All right, so let's go back to the footprint chart. All right, so we're currently on, this candle's just started. You know, so we're averaging, you know, that was actually a very big candle coming in here. So it was half what we had at the liquidation candle, but still, I'm looking for 50 million and above. And once we start to get that volume candle, and it's like, okay, we're either going to push up, and your very next candle, you're looking for, if you're going to get big sell volume, swing failure, you're looking for a short. Or if it continues with higher volume, we're looking for 27. Now, wouldn't you know it, look where, now I know it's slightly above 27, but you've also got another catalyst here, you've got monthly open. Now again, a lot of people are not marking these out. This is something, if you're trying to trade full time, you want to be marking out monthly opens, or at least know where they are if you're trading on a day-to-day basis, because you are going to get reactions from these levels. All right, let me just read another question here. Just wondering, what program are you using that shows you that buys and sells in the chart? Again, don't really call this an indicator. This is a platform. If you want, I'll post everything in either my Twitter or YouTube or both, just so you can see that. I'll run through maybe some other important levels we're kind of looking at. Again, these are all, I'm running you through all different templates here, guys. All right, so here you go. Same, this is what we looked at earlier. Now this is on a daily time frame, not a session. These are different templates. All right, this is on a daily time frame, and this is your session template, which is your price action through the day. This, all right, this is on a daily time frame. These are your larger POCs, right? So I can keep scrolling out. Now, funny thing is, we actually do have a point of interest, which it looked like they tried to tag this earlier and just never got that low. So we had one here, and it was also a previous day POC. So this level here will be important, but I don't think we're going to come back and tag that anytime soon until we hit 27 first, but could be wrong. All right, so yeah, I hope this is kind of a very basic run through kind of the things that I'm looking for. If you got any questions, hit me up in on Twitter if you want. DM me, and or if you're in Fungi group, just come DM me on TG, and I'll help you out. Anyway, guys, that's what I'm looking at. I'll post this up and good luck. Let's see what happens. Have a good one.